Hey everyone, welcome back to Apple Insider. If you're a fan of all things Apple, you've come to the right place. Today, we've got an exciting deep dive into one of the most anticipated updates for Apple's software ecosystem, iOS 18.3. We've been playing around with the beta, and there's a lot to talk about. So, let's break it down. First off, iOS 18.3 brings several new features that are bound to change the way we interact with our devices. One of the most noticeable changes is the enhanced lock screen customization. Apple is stepping up the game with even more ways to personalize your lock screen, with new widgets and lock screen backgrounds designed to match your overall aesthetic. You can now do more than ever before, with more dynamic widgets that can change based on time of day, location, or even your habits. And speaking of personalization, Apple's also made strides with focus modes. Focus in iOS 18.3 now goes a level deeper with advanced AI that learns from your usage patterns. It can now suggest focus profiles based on your calendar and location, making it easier to switch to the perfect mode without even having to think about it. You'll notice that there's a much more refined approach to how apps interact with focus. You can allow or block certain notifications more intuitively, and the system is learning from your choices over time. Another big change is with Safari. In iOS 18.3, Apple has enhanced the browser's performance, making it faster and more responsive. But what's really impressive is the new private mode enhancements. Apple is adding more granular control over cookies and trackers, giving you the ability to block even more data harvesting methods from advertisers. If you're serious about privacy, this is a step in the right direction. Also, Safari has received a nifty feature where it can now automatically open tabs from apps directly into the browser, which should make switching between your favorite apps and websites smoother than ever. Now, if you've been waiting for updates on Apple's AI capabilities, iOS 18.3 doesn't disappoint. The AI improvements in Siri are noticeable, as Siri's voice recognition is faster and more natural. But what's even more exciting is the integration of AI into iMessage. It can now provide more context-aware responses and even suggest smarter replies based on the conversation's flow. Imagine getting a message asking you to pick a time for a meeting, and Siri not only suggests a time based on your calendar but even helps you craft a response without having to type anything. Another neat feature Apple introduced is the ability to use AirDrop with more devices. Now, AirDrop isn't limited just to iPhones and iPads. You can send files to MacBooks and even Apple Watches in a streamlined, more seamless process. The transfer process is noticeably faster, and Apple has optimized the AirDrop protocol for both security and speed, which is a win for anyone who shares files between Apple devices on the regular. Alright, I know we're all super picky about battery life, and Apple's made some significant strides with iOS 18.3 in that department too. The new power-saving features are more intelligent, adjusting background activity based on your usage patterns. So, for example, if you're not using your phone as much during the day, iOS will scale back the background tasks and help you conserve more juice without compromising performance. And in case you're wondering, there are also improved battery health options now, so you can get a clearer picture of your battery's long-term health and make better decisions regarding charging habits. But that's not all. iOS 18.3 also includes security updates, bug fixes, and refinements across the entire system. Whether it's the Photos app or Messages, you'll notice smoother performance and a few tweaks that improve overall usability. When it comes to security, Apple is doubling down with improvements to both privacy and system-level protections. With features like app privacy reports being more detailed, iOS 18.3 ensure